Now basal area is different than trees per acre. For trees per acre, I need to actually count the number of trees in a defined area, and it doesn't matter how big they are. We usually have some kind of break-even point, like trees over 5 inches in diameter. So that's what I'm going to go with today. And I've stretched my tape measure out to be the radius of a 1/5 acre plot, because that's what the instructions told me. And 1/5 acre plot is right around 52.7 feet. So what I would do then is I can either imagine this tape in each direction, or because I have some trees in this direction that seem to be possibly borderline in, I'll probably move my tape in each direction so I can kind of get an idea of which trees are in, or I could pace out my 52 feet to get an idea of which trees are in. And that'll give me my trees per acre. Okay, the next piece to this is looking at what percent of our plot has tree canopy cover. So to do that, you use this tool that has two names, densitometer or moose horn. And it has a crosshairs on one side and a circle on the other and some mirrors in between. So all I have to do is look up through this, and if a tree crosses my actual crosshairs, I'm going to count that as a hit. I'm going to do every 5 feet for 50 feet along this transect and count how many hits I get of there being canopy above the moose horn. So starting at 0, I look up and I obviously don't see one, so I say 0 and I would tally that here. So I'm going to do this for 3 different transects, actually 4 different transects for 0.1. So you're going to want to do it north, south, east, west. But every 5 feet, so 0 was 0, and at 5 feet, which is about right here, I do it again. There's nothing there, so I put 0, do it again at 10 feet. Now this time I look up and I do have one little branch that crosses the crosshair, so I'm going to put a 1 in for my third hit. And I'm going to do this for the whole length of the 50 feet, so every 5 feet for 50 feet. So then I go, let's see, I'm at 10, my tape's a little, so here's 15, do it again, and I've got another hit, go out to 20, and now I don't have a hit, and I do that for the remainder of the 50-foot transect. Okay, the last tidbit, or second to last tidbit for the Abert squirrel habitat assessment is that at the end of your 50-foot transect in your 4 directions, you need to record how many trees are in a clump based on how close they are to the tree nearest where you end your transect. So since my transect is right here, this is the nearest tree, all right? And if I go up into his canopy, a clump is any group of trees that has less than 6 feet between that tree and the next tree. And so you can kind of see there I have a gap of about maybe 2 feet. So they would be connected. So tree 1 to my on the left side of the screen, tree 2, and behind it, it's also connected. So that'd be 3. And those 2 are within just a few feet of these trees right here. So that would be 4, 5. And then you would get over here, and that's a tough one. That's probably right at about 6 feet. So let's go ahead and count that. But then we have a pretty good break between this little guy and the other trees. So this cluster right here would have been a 6 tree group. And we'll want to record that on our data sheet.